What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Izzy Reacts. Oh man, as you can tell by the sound of my solemn voice, this is going to be another difficult episode for me to get through because we're going to be talking about the death of Jason David Frank, better known to us 90s kids as the green and white ranger on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. I know he also played other iterations of Rangers on other series, but we're gonna be focusing on green and white because that is what I grew up on. So, man, I'll never forget my first memories of seeing Jason David Frank on TV and the show Mighty Morphin Power Rangers introducing him as Tommy. I mean, yo, like how could you not like Tommy, man? Fucking awesome, awesome guy. Uh, real handsome. Fucking martial arts skills, like real martial arts skills, because he was a legit black belt in karate. So definitely was admirable, and he was a leader. He became at first he started out evil, because Rita, the villain on the show, crafted him to take on the Power Rangers, and at that point where he was introduced, that was probably their most powerful foe that they had dealt with. There was no stopping the Green Ranger. Like even all five of them couldn't stop the Green Ranger. So yeah, and then once he realized that Rita was only using him for evil, he didn't want to use his powers for evil anymore because it was draining him. So he uh, became good and became like the leader of the Power Rangers up until the point where he had his powers drained again, and then he had to transform into the White Ranger, which he remained for the which he was for the remainder of the series, man. And damn, that is it's just hearing the Call of the Dragon Zord, man. That brings back so many memories, and just hearing that little familiar flute call, it sends chills up my spine. Man, and like he's been at so many Comic Cons, and I know he's been at New York Comic Con a lot, but I never got the chance to meet him, and boy, do I regret it because I know a lot of friends who have met him. They have nothing but good things to say about him, and the smiles that he brought to people's faces, and I believe it because every time I saw him on the TV screen, man, it brought a smile to my face, and just being a kid growing up at that time, man, it was like seeing Tommy on TV. It's like, man, everybody wanted to be the Green Ranger. Like, if he could be the Green Ranger, like you could do it too. Like that's how I felt as a little kid, man. Gave me so much hope. And especially being differently abled, man, it was just something to strive for. Work hard, stay humble. Don't let anybody tell you can't do anything. Those are the lessons that I learned from Tommy and watching the Power Rangers, and just a real tragic turn of events, man. We lost him last week, due to suicide. He was going through a divorce from his wife. You know, Forget about the Power Rangers for a second. What, like this tragic event, causes you to think, what are his kids going through, and how are they going to cope without their father? It's it's very tough. I've dealt with depression and anxiety, and I've been very open about it on this channel. Um, and it's not an easy road to deal with, especially when you're around family, and you gotta kind of mask it with a smile. I mean, some people are more open with it than others, but a lot of people mask it with a smile to because we're scared to talk about it, and it's there's such a stigma to depression and anxiety and stuff like that. If you're depressed, and what they automatically associate it with you being crazy sometimes and stuff like that. And a lot of times that's not the case at all. You know, and as far as as far as Jason David Frank goes, and so many other celebrities that have taken their lives due to depression and stuff like that. It's like people, a lot of ignorant people think, oh, what do they have to be upset about? They're celebrities. They've got millions of fans. They're making a lot of money. They have everything, and yet they're doing this. Nah, it's not. That's not it. I mean, take away all of this, take away all of that. The money, the fame, everything, and they're just people. At the end of the day, they're just people. You know, you don't know what their private lives are like. So much of their life is in the public eye, but the stuff that they manage to keep private, it's tough. Could be tough for them. So you don't know. Just the lesson here is, be kind. Be kind to everyone because you don't know what kind of battles they're going through. And Jason David Frank, he will be sorely missed who by those millions of people who he has impacted both around the world, in person and through your television screens, man, and on your movie screens and in your movie screens. Uh, Man, I know it's gonna be really tough for me to watch an episode of Power Rangers now and not think of Jason David Frank because he was such an integral part of that show, and not only that show but just mine and so many others' childhoods. Yeah, us '90s kids have had a tough couple of weeks, man. I mean, Kevin Conroy and the voice of Batman last week, and now the sudden death of Jason David Frank. It's tough, man. Tough time for us '90s kids, man. I feel like every symbol of my childhood is slowly deteriorating. And it, it's a tough thing to go through, So if anybody's going through a tough time and having suicidal thoughts and is depressed, do not hesitate to reach out to me. Leave your leave leave your name down in the not your name, but leave me a message down in the comments, and I'll do my best to reach out to you. Like I said, I read my messages all the time, and if you guys need somebody, I'm here, man. Cause we both gonna go through it together, man. You're not alone in this. Wherever you are, whoever's out there having a tough time and thinking about thinking about doing something harmful to themselves, just reach out to me. I'm here. And I'm not trying to save everybody. I'm just being real. um yeah, man, because this is it's very, very sad. um Shout out to Jason David Frank. My sincerest condolences go to his friends and his family during this very, very difficult time. Um, and uh, that is going to do it for this episode of Izzy Reacts. And before I leave, I'm gonna leave you with this quote that a great man once said. Uh, you know, don't be afraid don't be afraid to lose. If you lose, if you win, you'll be better. But if you lose, you'll be greater, and you'll take that as a lesson. Live fearlessly, and you know, hopefully, the only bit of solace that comes from this is the fact that he's not in pain anymore. Whatever he was going through, he's absolved of that pain. But others that are still here are forced to feel that pain and live that void. Um, so yeah, um, but and also, let's man, we're gonna throw to some footage right now. I know I know I put the Power Ranger song in the beginning of this, the theme song, so you can hear that. But we're gonna go. We're gonna talk. We're gonna go to the calling of the Dragon Zord. You're gonna hear the Dragon Zord flutes one more time. Rest in power, Tommy. Peace. We love you, man.